Hello friends, welcome to Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. So I hope you have seen the previous video in which I took up the no LCM trick to find the sum or difference of fractions. And so many messages on WhatsApp, and everybody wanted something new on the topic of fractions itself, and that is why I'm coming up with this particular video, which is useful for all the school students who are appearing in various competitive exams at school level, and also for those who are aspiring to clear the placement exams. The topic of no LCM trick for comparing and the ordering of fractions. Now we can actually compare the fractions, which one is greater or smaller, and you can arrange them in ascending order, descending order, without having to take the LCM. So I am going to start with the concept first, and then I will come to the short trick. And once you watch the entire video, your concept will be crystal clear, and you will be able to arrange 5 to 6 fractions also in ascending or descending order without having to pick up the pen. Yes, so you can just watch the 5 fractions given and you will tell which one is the greatest, the third greatest, or the second smallest, and so on. So you got to watch the entire video and practice. That is the key. If you have not subscribed the channel till now, you got to click the subscribe button here and click the bell shaped icon so that you keep on getting all the notifications of all future uploads on the channel. So I'll start with the concept now. So if the concept is clear, you will understand what am I doing here, and otherwise it will be more like cramming. So that's why I prefer to start with the concept. Now suppose you are asked to compare two given fractions. What do the teachers tell you at school level? They'll ask you to have a common denominator. That means if the denominator in the two fractions they are different, you will have to equalize them. Only then you can compare the numerators. So let's take an example. Suppose we have the fractions 5 upon 8 and the other one is say 7 upon 12, and I need to compare these two fractions. So the teachers will tell you to convert 5 upon 8 and 7 upon 12 to fractions having a common denominator, and they will find the LCM of 8 and 12, which is obviously 24 in this case. So I have to somehow convert 8 to 24, and similarly the numerator will also change. 8 3 times is 24, so I will multiply this also by 3, I will get a 15 upon 24. And likewise 12 2 times is 24, so I will multiply the numerator also by 2, so I get 14 upon 24. And now once you have a common denominator, which is the LCM of 8 and 12, you can compare the numerators. So since 15 is greater than 14, so 5 upon 8 is the greater fraction. Now this is what we are taught at school level. This is traditional stuff. Now yes, taking LCM helps us, but what if you have 5 or 6 fractions with different denominators? In that case, taking the LCM might give you a big number, and converting all the denominators in the form of that big number will be a task. So what if I tell you that you can just watch the fractions and tell which one is the greatest, the second greatest, or the third smallest, or you can arrange them in ascending and descending order without picking up the pen? Wonderful, right? And that's what we are targeting in the video. So watch the next step. Now if I want to eliminate these steps, how do I do it? See, 5 upon 8 and 7 upon 12, they have the LCM 24. This is what I did here. So I am shortening the method now. 24. So 24 divided by 8 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 24 divided by 12 is 2, and 2 times 7 is 14. And so if you compare 15 and 14, you will know that 15 is greater, and so 5 by 8, that is the first fraction, is the greater fraction. Now here we have reduced the number of steps. Now if I don't want to use this 24, what will I do? For 5 by 8 and 7 by 12, I will just do the cross multiplication. So if I don't take the lowest common multiple, I will just take a multiple. Okay, so what will I do? 12 times 8, 96, right? And now I'll do 5 times 12 which is 60 and 7 times 8 which is 56, and still you see just like 15 was greater than 14, here also 60 is greater than 56, and so 5 by 8 is the greater fraction. Now do I need to multiply 8 and 12 to get the LCM? I don't think so, because 96 is also a multiple of 8 and 12. So I'll eliminate this step. And now what will I do? For 5 by 8 and 7 by 12, if I have to compare them, I will just multiply 5 times 12 which is 60, I will write here, and I will multiply 7 times 8 which is 56, I will write here, and I will check which one is greater. Since 60 is greater and 60 is under this, so this is the greater fraction. Now see, we have approached this step which doesn't require pen and paper. You can just multiply orally 5 times 12, that is 60, and 7 times 8, that is 56, and you will know 60 is greater. So this numerator gives me a greater product with the denominator on the other side. So whichever numerator gives you a greater product, that fraction will also be the greater fraction. I hope you understood this concept, how the long traditional method is reduced and then that reduction is converted to a short trick, right? Now let's practice this. We'll have some questions based on comparison first. Suppose I have to do say 11 upon 15 and say 3 upon 8, okay? So I have a box here. I want to check which of the signs greater, less than or equal to is to be put in this box. So I told you the short trick now. Let's do 11 times 8 and write it under 11 upon 15, that is 88, and 3 times 15, that is 45. Now I know 88 is greater, and so I have to put the greater sign here, and therefore 11 upon 15 is the greater fraction out of these two. Now do you need a pen and paper for that? I don't think so, right? Because you are not taking any LCM. 15 and 8, no LCM, right? And just need to be very good in your tables and basic multiplication. So if that is strong, this is not going to trouble you. Let's see another one. Say question number 2 for this type of question. I am taking 9 upon 16 and 5 upon 11. So I will put a box again, 5 upon 11. So let's multiply. This is 99. Mind you, this is the numerator which you are multiplying, so you have to write the product under the numerator only, not under the denominator, okay? So 99 and 5 times 16 is 80, so obviously 99 is greater, and therefore 9 upon 16 is greater than 5 upon 11. So that will take only maybe 2 seconds, to find out. Just by observing the fractions you will know which one is greater. Let's take a little bit of a larger number, say 18 upon 41. And I want to compare it with 9 upon 20. So let's write here, see 18 times 2 is 36, so 360, right? And 9 ones are 9, 9 fours are 36. So 369 obviously is the greater one, and so 9 upon 20 is greater, because the product 369 is greater than 360. Now this is how you compare two fractions. Should we extrapolate this and get to maybe comparison of 3 fractions and find which one is greatest or which one is smallest? Let's try that. If you have 3 fractions, just like 3 upon 11, say 5 upon 7 and 4 upon 9, and I want to find which one is the greatest one. So I'll keep on comparing 2 at a time now, and keep on eliminating the smaller one, okay? So you know how to now find out of 2 fractions which one is greater and which one is smaller, right? So I'm going to use that 3 times here. Maybe if there are 3 fractions, it may be 2 times, which will give you an answer, and it may be 3 times also, depending on what are the fractions given. If there are 4 or 5 fractions, it might take greater number of steps. But again, everything is mental maths. Let's see. So if I compare these two, see, I am writing the product here, but if I do it for myself, I will not write the products. I will know it directly. Writing part is just to demonstrate the trick. So if I compare these 2 fractions now, 3 times 7 is 21 and 5 times 11 is 55. Now see, 21 is smaller. So I want to find the greatest one. So I will write here, greatest. So if I have to find the greatest, then smaller one has to be eliminated. So this is eliminated now. Now this greater one out of these two will be compared with the third one now. So 5 times 9 is 45 and 7 times 4 is 28. See, this is smaller, so this is also eliminated, and so this one. Therefore 5 by 7 is the greatest fraction out of these three. Likewise, we can have more examples. Say suppose you have 12 upon 19 and say 3 upon 7 and say 8 upon 13. So we want to compare these three and find the greatest one. Okay, so 12 sevens are 84, 19 threes are 57, eliminated because we are finding the greatest. Now the first and the last one, 12 into 13, 156, 19 into 8. So if you know the table, it is good. Otherwise you can do 8 into 19, that will be easier. 8 times 20 is 160, right? And minus 8 is 152. So 152 here, and so 156 is greater, so this is eliminated, and 12 upon 19 happens to be the greatest fractions. Likewise, we can even find the smallest one. So you can go in the reverse order now. Suppose I do 11 upon 19 and then say 4 upon 7 and then 2 upon 9, and I have to find the smallest fraction. Now I will eliminate the greater one. So if you compare these two, this is 77, this is 76. So since I want to find the smallest one, I will eliminate the greater one. So this is gone now, and out of these two, this is 9 fours are 36 and 2 sevens are 14. So this is also eliminated. 14 is smallest, so 2 by 9 happens to be the smallest fraction. See how quickly you can find which one is the greater or smaller, or out of 3 or 4 fractions, which one is the greatest or smallest. Now if you understand this part, the next part will be easier. Let's see what we have there. Now I am going to start the questions of ordering. So which one comes first, which one comes second, third, fourth, like that. Okay. So let me take one example where I have to compare 3 by 4, 5 by 9, 1 by 6, 2 by 7, and I have to order them. So ordering means let's have ascending order. This is ascending order. Now ascending means smaller to greater. So I want to find the smallest one first. So I'll keep on eliminating the greater one because I have to find the smallest first, ascending. So 27, 20, greater eliminated. 39, greater eliminated. 7, 12, greater eliminated, and so this is the smallest one. So I have written 1 here. 1 means first in the order. Okay. Now do the same thing for the remaining, and I don't think it is going to consume time. See, 27, 20, greater eliminated. 35, 18, eliminated. So this is second in the order, and likewise 27, 20, greater eliminated. So this is third in the order, and this is automatically the fourth in the order. See, where is the calculation, where is the LCM? There is nothing in that. It is all pure mental maths, and you get to the answer. The smallest is 1/6, second next greatest is 2 by 7, next greatest is 5 by 9, and the greatest of them all is 3 by 4. Let's take one more example of 4 fractions, then I will show you how it works for even greater number of fractions. Say suppose you have 12 upon 17, 7 upon 10, 5 upon 9 and 2 upon 11, and I want to this time go with the descending order. Okay, so greatest to smallest, G2S, greatest to smallest. So I want to find the greatest, so I'll eliminate the smaller one. This is 120, right, and this is 119. So I'll eliminate the smaller one. See, this is how it is done. Now 108 and 85. 85 is smaller, eliminate. 132 and 34. This is eliminated. So this is the greatest one. Now one of them is already eliminated. This becomes the first fraction, which is the greatest one. Now the remaining three, see 63, 50. 63 is greater, so eliminate 50. Now between these two, 77 and 20, obviously this is the second one. And now 55 and 18, 18 eliminated, so this is the third one and this is the fourth one. So this happens to be the exactly greatest to smallest order. It was already in that order. Likewise, if you have more than say 4 fractions, you may have questions in the CBSE exams, say like 5 by 8, 4 by 11, 3 by 10, 1 by 4, 2 by 9 and say 6 by 7, and we need to find the descending order again. Say descending is when you have the highest one first and the lowest one at the end. So I want to find the highest one. So start. Let's eliminate the smaller one, okay? So 55, 32 eliminated, 50, 24 eliminated, 20 and 8 eliminated, 45 and 16 eliminated, 35 and 48. So this is eliminated now and this becomes the greatest fraction. See? And now if I have to find the second one, omit the first one, okay? And do the same thing again. So again the same elimination will work, just I did there. So this one 5 by 8 will become the second greatest in the order. Now you can see why I marked it directly, because in the first step up to here I found that 5 by 8 is the greatest, but when I compared this with this, I got this as the greatest, so this has to be the second greatest. Now between these four, let's do the elimination. 40, 33, this is gone. 16, 11, this is gone. 36, 22, this is gone, so this becomes the third greatest. Between these three, 12 and 10, this is eliminated. 27 and 20 eliminated, so this is the fourth greatest. And finally between these two, 9 and 8, so 9 happens to be the greater one, so this is fifth and this is sixth. Now you can check the order in which the descending order works for these 6 fractions is, this is the first one, second, third, fourth, 5, 6. See, no calculations, no LCM, nothing, just mental maths, little bit of multiplication competency helps you here, and that is why I focus so much on in my videos on basic multiplication competencies. So practice 30, 40, even 50, 60 such questions, before you apply these methods in the competitive exams to crack the multiple choice questions, because at school level teachers are going to award you marks for steps, so you have to do the traditional part, but in the competitive exams when the steps don't matter, you can use these tricks and crack those quant exam questions. Even for placement exams, very important video. So I hope you have enjoyed the short trick and you will start utilizing all these things to crack the questions of fractions. Do share it with all your friends. Do not forget to subscribe the channel and click the bell shaped icon. Thanks for watching this and all the best.